Well, the Pueblo Ministry is sort of bringing the way of Jesus and the faith to a people who have been grounded somewhat in it through the ages, but also have lived fully their own Pueblo way. And so there's really a walking together with their background of their own native faith and bringing the presence of Jesus and his ministry alive amidst their lives, so that the two can walk together in oneness. And it's kind of a delicate balance at times.
As it was told to me many years ago by a Pueblo man who was on the one hand sacristan in the village Catholic Church, and on the other hand he was taking turns being leader in the village, civil leader, and then a spiritual leader, taking turns. He'd be chosen from one and then to the other. But he and I went into the main church and we looked at the altar screen, and the altar screen had 4 columns with spirals made of red and green. And he said, "See those spirals, Father?" And I said, "I sure do." And he said, those 2 different colored spirals symbolize the relationship between the Catholic Church and the native traditional way. They are complementary. They are mutually supported, making the column, as the 2 colors make the column, so the 2 different ways to relate to God make the native person strong in who he is.
I think one of the challenges is we very often in our background think of our Catholic way by practices that have been part of our lives from when we were young children, raised as in the Catholic schools and all this, and we see the regularity of practice, and you have to approach that a little different, I think, in the Pueblo Ministry, to see that the constant practice of the faith is not always outwardly seen. That is regular Mass attendance, and they're very important to them are the ministry of baptism, and it ties together with their own practices in relationship to birth. And so it's very few of the Pueblo people go without baptism because they feel this is so important in their lives. If you really look and see their dancings so much among the Pueblos, it's a prayer. In fact, one time when I was very sick on the feast day, in fact it was an emergency, and I was taken to the hospital, the ladies that day said, "Tell Father we are dancing for him." So their dances are a prayer life, and it really touches you if you really start to understand their background and see the depth of their presence with God. And we're trying, as in our own faith, to bring that presence in union with the presence of Jesus in their midst also.
To enter the Franciscans, it's not all peaches and cream. There's a lot of work and suffering, and you really have to feel that it's your calling. You have to have some stick-to-itivity, or you'll... I don't think so. I think I'll try something easier. It's a challenge. You know, once they called us the Brown Marines. We even had a song back when we were in the minor seminary, back in the days when there was a minor seminary. Nowadays, it does seem that people that are 14 are not in the position to make a lifetime decision. Used to be, people would make that decision at 14 and stick to it. But no, maybe when somebody's 20, 22, 25, something in that order, maybe 30. So, there we are. It's you've got to have stick-to-itivity and feel that it's your calling. But nowadays, it's difficult to know exactly what your calling is when there's so many possibilities. That's why you got to pray and ask the Lord, what do you think I should do, Lord? And keep praying and experimenting your life, and then you might even try entering the formation program. Could do that.